And what is the deal, man? What is going on? You are back here for another episode here of State of the Nation with your guy, man, Rundown. And we're going to have our guy Cheeto join us in just a second, man. But felt like I had y'all waiting too long. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Had to go ahead and figure out some things out. But we here, man, for another State of the Nation, man. Y'all already know what time it is. This is the show where we talk about all the rumors, current events, anything going on Raider Nation, right? And where we can go ahead and tap in with the team at, man, as far as all the hot takes and everything like that. So as we continue, and right on time, bro, my guy, man, as we do, my guy Cheeto in the building, man. What's the deal, big dog?
What up, big dog?
Hey, man, can't complain, man. Can't complain. As y'all know, man, we feeling good. Hold on. Hold on. I had to get it right. Had to switch it right. But we here, man. We here. As y'all know, man, like I said, we here for State of the Nation. This is where we talk about the rumors, hot takes, and anything that's going on in the nation, man. So here with you guys, Cheeto, and Rundown as we are, man. My guy, Cheeto, man, how you feeling, bro?
Cool, bro. Good. Getting home from work and shit, though. You know how that is.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm already knowing, bro. Yes. I had to go ahead and get me some milk. So, yeah, make that run, bro. Make that run.
Right.
But we here, man. Another week down, one more week to go until we get to the draft and all that. But we definitely got some rumors that we got to talk about, maybe some spicy things that may be going on. But before we do all that, man, we got to tap in with the chat, see what's going on, man. My guy Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? What up, man? What's the deal? Man, where's the flag? What's going on with you? What's going on? Rosetown, take a blinker instead, Leo. Oh, and y'all on the blinkers with those. Y'all wilding. Y'all are wilding. Let me see, man. What else we got? Raider Ryan. What's the deal, man? What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? Uh-oh, Navman. Look, Navman. He was like, where the people at? Where we at, man? He waiting on it. He waiting on it.
Right.
Let me see, man. What else we got? What else? Sacktown says Leo had to stop at the dispensary. I don't know, man. Hey, that might be me right now. They didn't do the newfangled. You can order it online, man. So I might be going ahead and ordering that delivery.
They deliver, that right here in Cali.
Oh yeah. I'm about to get it in right now as we on stream. I'm about to go ahead and order some of that. But let me see what else we got, man. Who else we got in the building? Ardell, what's going on, big dog? How you feeling? Well, Space Beast, man. What's the deal, bro? What's the deal? Who else we got? Oh, man, Jay in the building. What up, Jay? Yeah, Dre for sure, man. What's the deal, man? Hey, man, before we continue, man, I know y'all been seeing it, man. The Wi-Fi running all crisp and clean around this mug, man. So
I see that, bro. It's all clear and shit, bro. What the fuck? What happened?
Y'all know what it is, baby. Appreciate y'all, man, and all the subs, man. Y'all make it happen for the Wi-Fi to go ahead and upgrade, man. So we appreciate y'all. So like I said, bro, we here, man. We a couple days away, man, from a week and some change away from the draft being here, man. So we
excited.
I'm very excited. I'm ready to get this draft season over with, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, dog.
I'm ready to get this over with because now, like I said, we getting to that goddamn point. We get into that goddamn point where now it's like everybody's talking about the same thing. We repeating ourselves, or we just saying some dumbass takes.
For real, right?
Yeah, it's getting to that point, man. But what's your excitement on the draft like right now, man? I mean, where are you looking at?
Man, the possibilities, like where we at as far as the position number 6, the different players that could be there, whether it's Genty, quarterback, DT, fucking, it could be anything. Trade back, stock up on some picks. So I think I'm just excited about to see what Pete and Spytek are gonna do, bro.
Right. No, from that's me too. I'm actually very excited to see what they're gonna be able to pull off in this draft. They haven't said too much either. Like they haven't said too much about like what they feel, what we feel they'll do. Or I feel like they haven't even given off that many signals. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, we can pretty much tell what's gonna go down here, or we can pretty much tell where the Raiders are gonna go. Now, this is the thing. everybody that's outside of the building has sat there and said, yeah, they're gonna, they're probably, Genty. That's it. They're gonna go ahead and get.
Yeah.
But that's coming from outside of the building, bro. Like none of that has came. None of that has came from inside, bro. Really, we've been ho hum and quiet if we really want to talk about it.
They have,
hot. Just and we'll lead it into some of the news, but we just kind of just tapping into it a little bit. But just the fact that there's been one prospect throughout the entire draft cycle kind of tell you that we're probably not going to pick that prospect. That's just me, dog. That's just me. It was like, bro, it's been since the season ended, literally since the season ended. That Genty. If they pick Genty, I ain't gonna cap. Like I low key feel like it's kind of dumb because it's like, well, you already know the reasons why I don't feel like we should pick a running back anyway. But more
right.
Like, bro, everybody in the league and outside of the league knows what you're doing. Like, is that not weird? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Is that not like, I get it, he's a good player, but at the same time, like, do we want to have our draft plans out on blast like this for months and months and months? Like, is that good strategy? I don't know. You let me know.
I don't think it's our plan. It's like you said, it's been everybody else's. I think this regime has done a great job about not making it clear what they're going to do. It would be crazy after all that shit that they do end up taking Genty at 6. It would be like, what the fuck? But at the same time, like I said before, I wouldn't get mad. I guess I would understand what their focus would be. They would just have to like guarantee, or he would have to ball out like that for me to be that excited why we took you at 6. Like, yeah, my bad, I was wrong. You are that much better than all these other motherfucking running backs.
And I'm
you
fine
made
with
that
saying
much of a fucking difference. Yeah,
I'm fine with saying that, bro. Like, nothing in my mind is going to be. I'm not going to be angry if that's the case, right? Like I said, you saw me with Ja'Cory and Bennett. I was like, nah, I'm not with that. And then as soon as he started playing good, all right, fine. Like we're straight, bro. But initially I'm not with it. But before we continue to just get into the draft and really talk about that, right? Let's talk about some of the rumors or just some of what's going on with the team now. This isn't specifically a Raider rumor per se, but it wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold up. I got a quick little thing I can do in Spanish real quick. Shout out to my boy Rodgas. He said, Feliz cumpleaños a su hija, Jennifer Rodriguez. Feliz cumpleaños to Jennifer. Yes. Happy birthday, girl. Yeah. Man, I mean, there's a lot. There's so much we can do. And then I've seen some stuff come out today. I know we're going to talk about it today with the whole Travis Hunter deal, that stuff coming up.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely talk about that. Hold on. Yeah. All right, there we go. But okay, so now, I think Dominique has already touched on it, and we are going to put a poll in the chat. I'm definitely going to put a poll in my chat, right? Talking about Jalen Ramsey. Right, Jalen Ramsey. Now, it has been reported that he, I don't think he asked for a trade, but I think, they already have agreed that it's best for both parties that he should go ahead and move on, right? So now thinking about it, should the Raiders trade for Jalen Ramsey? How do you feel about that?
I would not be opposed to it. I've been wanting Jalen Ramsey for the longest, dog. Like, say what you want about the motherfucker. He's a baller. He's one of the best corners out there, right? He's 30 years old now. I get it. What would that cost? You look at our needs, what we need on our team. Ramsey will definitely fit that in the corner. We could definitely go off of that. My whole thing with him is how much he gets paid. I think he's owed like $25 million this year, right? How does that fit?
I've heard varying numbers. So
so how does that fit with our cap numbers? What do we have to give up to bring Ramsey over here? I think he's still one of the best corners in the league. So it would not be, dumb to bring him over here if we're trying to get better on that defensive side of the ball, especially at corner where the need is there. The need is there, bro.
Okay. So the need is definitely there. I don't think there's no debate on that. I don't care. Nobody tells me the need is there. Because I think I don't know who I spoke to. I think I spoke to Turf or whoever, but I'm sitting here. I'm like, bro, as it stands right now, you're hoping and praying that Eric Stokes is that guy, or Cameron
Right.
Richardson
Yeah.
is that guy, or like, are we hearing ourselves? Are we hearing ourselves? Like, and they could take a big leap, but how much of the leap are we willing to give? Like, are we willing to say they take? Now, as far as Ramsey, he's owed 25.1
$25 million.
Well, he's due $25.1 million fully guaranteed this season. Right now, really, I've seen some ways you can restructure it. It really looks like 21, right? So he's looking at over 20. There is no saying that maybe what if we get him here, we rework some numbers, right? We can't rework some contract. Just because he comes over here don't actually mean like, oh yeah, now we probably have to give him in that range, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, you can sit here and get him and still renegotiate and redistribute the money, right?
Or just give them some of that guaranteed money, that they like
right.
that guaranteed money shit. Yeah.
Right. So, and for me, where people get it twisted is like, dog, he's not going for no first round pick. He's not going for no second round pick. He's not going for no third or fourth.
No, yeah.
I don't even think he's going for a fourth. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I think you can get him for like a fifth. You can get him for like a fifth because of the money and because of the age. You can get this man
the age,
for a fifth.
the money, and I don't know what's going on in Miami, bro. Those fools want out of there.
Hey, look, bro, look here. If I can get Jalen Ramsey for a fifth round, maybe sixth round pick, sign me the hell up. I don't care what nobody tells me. I'm doing that. All right, because now we're sitting here again. We have to think that does the Cameron Richardson make that leap? Does Eric Stokes make that leap? And you and I have went through a number of mock draft scenarios, bro. How many times is it guaranteed that we get a corner that we like in this draft with the amount of needs?
Yeah.
With
it definitely becomes a high need, bro. Yeah.
I just, because look, say if it happens and we get Shador at 6, look at all the rest of the needs that we just pushed down the board. That realistically, because some people got
remember that day we did that. Yeah,
we don't need the quarterback, bro. But I mean, you done pushed a lot of things down the board. So now you have to make tough decisions in the second and third. Do you get a corner or do you get a running back? And these are the decisions you got to talk about. So if you were to get Ramsey, we should eliminate that. We don't care. Yeah. In the second round, you get the best player available. If you get Shador in the
problem for sure. Yeah.
What, bro? It solves a major need in my opinion, dog. And for me, I still think he's playing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's the best corner in the league because I don't think he's the best corner in the league anymore. But I still think
he's one of the top corners and definitely a huge upgrade to what we have right now anyway. Yeah.
Dog, what? There is no question. I still think he's a top 5 corner, even at the age, bro.
For sure.
Even if you don't want to say he's top 5, bro, he might be 6 or 7. Right.
No, he's definitely still up there. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's if it's a 5th round, I'm doing it, no question. I'm running that shit in. I don't care about that.
Yeah. No, if it's for a 5th, anything lower than absolutely, bro. Yeah. Then you bring him in here, you work that money out with him how you want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And see the way that the Raiders have been working out the contracts as of recently. Right, with Geno, with Max's contract and Chin and all these guys, Devin White, they've been smart with their money, bro. Like they've been really smart with their money.
Yeah.
And not only to mention that, bro, our cap space goes way up next year too. I think people are forgetting that too. Like we have more cap space in 26 than we do this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that cap number keeps going up every year.
Yes, bro. So we have more cap room, right, next year to bring that on. Now again, he's due to 25, but there's a way you can get there's a way you can get him over here, right? And be like, look, bro, we restructure that thing up, man. We trying to get some more players in here. We see you being here for an extra maybe 2-3 years, right?
Yeah.
Cool, bro. We got to get some more people up in here. We can't just be paying you top dollar like this.
Nah, and maybe playing around with him with that extension for a while. Every year it seems like they're trying to trade Jalen Ramsey because they can't sign him to a longer deal type shit.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at the poll that we got here. I got here on my channel. 62% have said yes. 63%.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Trade for Jalen Ramsey. We got 37% that say no. Now, this I'll push back on a little bit, right? Because I do see some people that are making their cases. My guy, Desert Raider, right? He says at his age, he may need to go to slot. I disagree, bro.
And I'd be cool with that though if he had to. Yeah.
I mean, if he did, yeah. But see, this is the thing. I disagree because I saw he's still playing at I don't want to say elite, but he's still playing at a very good level on the outside, bro. Yeah. And his size. I mean, we need that outside guy. Now that kind of frees us up to say in the first round, like, now you know I've been talking about Jade Barron for months now. Now we do that. Let's do that in the first round. Free us up. I'm not gonna be mad at that either, bro. I'm not gonna be mad. Our secondary. Think about this. If you were to trade for Jalen Ramsey and acquire Jade Barron for your slot, I immediately love our corner room. Immediately love it. Because now it looks way better than it just did months ago. Way better. Right. But you know, you digress, bro. But I definitely think he can play outside still. He's gonna be, I think he's still one of them guys.
I still think he is too. Yeah. He's definitely still one of the top
guys, bro. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's one of them guys. Facts. Scared money don't make no money, bro. I mean,
we were saying that all last season, trying to trade those picks.
Scared money don't make no money, bro. Again, like now, y'all got me. If y'all talking about 2 firsts or first round or second round pick, you got me. I'm not doing that. It's too rich. 5th, don't want to hear no debate. No debate. Right. I'm running that in. Price for mid players seems to have gone up.
I think that's got a lot to do with the cap number going up, though, too. You know? A lot of these players are getting paid more than fucking other years. Yeah, you've seen that. I've seen that too.
I'm still searching for the mid player he's speaking on. I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Think about. We go back to how much Maury got. That's insane.
Oh, that. Now, now, Alec, if you're talking about players like that, 100%. I'm there. I'm right with you, right? But if you're calling Jalen Ramsey mid, I can't agree with you there. We got to agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, no. I don't think Jalen Ramsey's mid. Mm-mm.
You know how we do, bro. We're going to mix it in, though. We're going to look at his stats from last year. We're going to see. If I'm not mistaken, did we not play them last year?
We did play the Dolphins last year, yeah.
Did he not end the game against us?
Was that last year? Did he end on an interception?
When Aiden O'Connell threw that stupid pass to Trey Tucker in double coverage?
Oh, that was the year before. That wasn't last year. Yeah.
That wasn't last year. Okay, that was the year before. That was the year before. Either way, he ended the game on us. So that was very recent. Very recent. But let me see, bro. Let's look at the stats. Let's see what he did last year. You know what? I'll tell you what, though. If I could take any player from Miami, I'd rather it be Jalen Ramsey than Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I'd rather take Jalen Ramsey than Tyreek.
I do not want Tyreek. Mm-hmm. I don't. So, Jay, we're looking at his stats, right? 6'1", 208. Big dude. We already know what he is. He's 30. Mm-hmm. Right? He's 30. So he's up there, but with a corner, bro, 30 years old. He can play for another 4 years if he wanted. And I think he's that good where he can play for another 3 and still be okay. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not gonna be what he was, but I think he's that type of corner. So at 30 years old, though, last year he played on the outside and he played all 17 games last year. So no injury to worry about. Right? Like in 2023, he only played 10, but for majority of his career, bro, he's been like primarily healthy. You know
for the most, he's been one of the more healthy.
Yeah, he hasn't really missed a lot of games in his career. So I think, I definitely think that we getting a durable player, so I can't worry about that. He had 2 interceptions last year. Usually he's sitting around 4, right? Usually, I mean, his average around 4, maybe 3. He has around 3 a year. So he's around where he usually is. Pass deflections. 11 last year, dog.
11?
I just want to know what the nearest corner had for us. Who you want to say our best corner was? Jacorian, right?
Last year was Jacorian, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jacorian. Let's put it on that time frame, right? With Jacorian.
Not only that, but the way Ramsey plays is more physical too. Like people were mad or happy that Jack is gone. Like you're not gonna get that shit, that people were bitching about with Jack Jones with Ramsey. Mm-hmm.
Jacorian had 8.
Eight pass deflections.
There's that, right? Let's look at Eric Stokes. What did he have? And he started all last year, Eric Stokes. So he played all last year. 0
deflections.
0 in 17 games. Eric Stokes had 0 passes defended. Right? So there's that. These are the guys that we're relying on, right? Like if we don't get no corner right now, Eric Stokes and Cameron Richardson are the guys. I don't think y'all are understanding this. Again, Cheeto, I keep saying it. We'll say this now, and then nobody cares. And then when August and September roll around and we looking like barbecue chicken, now it's a problem. Like, oh, come on.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Cameron Richardson, 3 passes defended last year. 3.
Yeah, he still got to prove that shit after that whole game with Quentin Johnson game.
So
that thing was oof.
So check me out, Cheeto. Jacorian, Eric Stokes, and DeCamerion Richardson all combined for the pass deflections that Jalen Ramsey had by himself.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
So there's that, right? Like, bro, we're not just spitting whatever to you, bro. Like, these are cold hard facts. And again, the 2 dudes that Jacorian is his own entity. And his conversation is a different conversation.
Right.
With DeCamerion Richardson and with Eric Stokes, bro, like those are the guys, right? Those are the guys, bro. So they have to perform. And looking at them, bro, like it took 3 players on our team to equal what 1 player did.
Yeah, and not including the physicality of that corner.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Different with this D line, right? Like, and say we just take Mason Graham and still get Jalen. What do you think's gonna happen? Bro, that's the type of corner where if you have this type of D line, dog, some of these receivers might not even make it off the line fast enough, right? For the quarterback,
exactly. Especially with the physicality of a fucking Ramsey. Yeah,
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's that type of stuff that compounds, right? Like we talk about, bro. Okay, we trying to strengthen this D line. Now, really, if you strengthen D line, you really don't care about the DBs. But then it only adds more to it when you have a DB that's so physical, like you saying, bro. Like now, if I tell my corner on the outside, hey, dog, jam his ass up at the line, bro. Don't let him get no free release. Think about football, bro. How valuable is that extra 1 to 2 seconds that the quarterback got to wait?
If we get that great D-line play like that, we might see like Ramsey from when he was on the fucking Rams physical.
Bro,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Lock down those motherfucking receivers, bro.
If the quarterback has to take that extra 1 to 2 seconds because the receiver's not able to get off the line that quick enough, that only allows Kuntz, Max, and all these extra guys to get home, bro. That's it. Match. And guess what? Guess what happens now when we play Kansas City? Guess what happens when we play Kansas City now? I got something for Travis Kelce ass.
Right, that's what's gonna line up with him right there.
I'm good now, bro. I'm good. Yeah, because I saw Patrick Surtain do it to us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They put Surtain right on Brock Bowers and didn't care nothing about that. I do the same. All right, we gonna see it. I got something for Travis ass this year if we do that. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, now, $5 super chat.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that $5 holler from 93 Nav man. What's the deal, man? Appreciate it. He says Finns are in cap fail mode. They need O-line and many more. They definitely do. What you think of our 6 and Parham for Ramsey? Another thumper, but cover corner as well. Now you mean like 6th round or 6 overall? If it's 6 overall,
I think 6th round. 6th round. Yeah.
Oh, then 100%. 100%.
Yeah, 6th rounder.
Yeah, I do that. I do that in a heartbeat. You talking about Parham too? I'm cool with departing with Parham. I ain't gonna lie. I'm cool.
I think a lot of the nation is.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, bro. I am definitely not mad at that. So let me see who else. Alex says cupboard looking light in cornerback room. Oh, definitely. You know what, bro? I think some people forget. Let's go ahead and bring this up because I think we can talk most of the show about what he brings, right? What Jalen Ramsey can bring to the room. Let me see what we got.
Yeah, like Jay, I get we can draft a cornerback, but you don't have to give up the draft. But you're talking about getting up a 5th or a 6th round pick, bro.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Come on, you're talking about Jalen Ramsey, the talent, the physicality he plays at. Like, it would be worth it.
Again, like if this was like a second, maybe
yeah,
even a
you're not
third.
talking about giving up a top pick. Yeah,
I'm not even doing a third, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna do that. You feel me? Like, that's a lot of bread. But a fifth, bro. Don't we got like 3 of those?
One of them we have the compensatory. So it might be like, a fifth or sixth.
We got like 2 or 3 fifth-round picks. Oh, I'm doing that all day. I don't care about that. Yeah, if we got 2 fifth-round picks and that's all they want, and that's what I can get him for, oh, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. So let's look at this real quick, bro. Depth chart. Look at the depth chart, because I think right now we got to kind of highlight why we're saying these things.
Yeesh.
Right. Left cornerback. I'm not even kidding, bro. This is the starter. Eric Stokes is the starter.
Oh,
guess what? You want to know why? You want to know why he's not right here? And we can have this conversation right now. But okay, so right now your outside starting corners are Eric Stokes and DeCamerion Richardson. That's your outside.
They got Jacorian at the nickel
as a nickel. They got Jacorian as a nickel. Ooh. Y'all can't sit here and tell me y'all like this. I don't.
Oh man, yeah, no.
I don't. By week 3, we're fucked off. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. By week 3, it's over. And
then behind them we got Sam Webb and Devonshire. Ooh, yeah, no.
Yeah. And let's have this discussion, Cheeto, because this is your guy, and if we do TRS this weekend, which I'm 90% sure that we can do, and I hope we do, I'm gonna bring it up for Chris and both of y'all at the same time, but I'm gonna ask you now. So my concern, I like Jacorian, but you can't deny me, man. He ain't finished the season in 2 straight years.
No, he did not. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I mean, you know me, as a guy that came out here, I was talking about Nate Hobbs, all willy-nilly. I ain't gonna just forego that to now look at Jacorian Bennett and say, well, it's been 2 straight years. You ain't finished the season.
Right.
So if now all of a sudden he's our best corner. So we can't sit here and rely on our best corner now to miss the ends of seasons now. It just can't happen.
I don't know if I would put him at slot. I would still want him on the outside. Yeah.
Me either, bro. And shout out to our guy Jeff, man. $2 holler. He says, "Wake me when the trade happens. Till then, I sleep." Hey, I want this shit to happen, bro. 2-6. Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. I think he's talking about how many we have, right? 2-6.
We got 2-6? He got 3. We got 3 6.
We got 3 fifth rounders and 2 6. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, see,
yeah, easy money, dog. Easy money. We go ahead and do that. And then also they said, what can Bennett learn from Jalen Ramsey? All of these dudes right here can learn everything they can from Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
Better soak up the game, dog. Again, bro, like our best corners, not really reliable towards the end of the season. Eric Stokes has been a very up and down player in his career. And if we're going to be honest, he's kind of like Nate Hobbs, where he's been injured with the Packers and shit most of his career.
Ooh,
so
look at that. When you look at that, our secondary looks bad when you look at that list.
It is, bro. It is. And then you talk, and then we all know how I feel about DeCamerion Richardson. We hope he takes the leap. But
it was backwards. Oh, he said you got it backwards. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But either way, bro, I think I'm not happy with this. I look at it like I look at the receiver room, bro. It's bad. We're one injury away, knock on wood. One injury away from this being the worst position group on the team. The worst. So I don't know, bro.
I would definitely have to look into that, man. Bringing him in for a 5th or a 6th. Oh God, yeah. Especially when you look at that depth chart like that, like fuck.
Again, bro, like I don't want to pull that Raider shit where I'm like, somebody trades him for a 5th round pick, and then you look, and then he ends up being good.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker, you end up, and he starts playing well for some other team, and you're like, well, goddamn.
That's
5th round pick.
That's how that
shit goes.
Bro. How it happens all the time. It happens all the time, especially for us, man.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Hey, Raider Paul, you can get the fuck out of here if you don't like what I'm saying. Bitch ass boy. Get up out of here, man. If you don't like what I'm saying. How about I be negative on you? Let's talk about Raider Paul. How about let's talk about Raider Paul.
God, no.
Let's talk about Raider Paul. Raider Paul, the same motherfucker that wanted us to what did he want us to do? Take Will Howard 6 overall, right?
6 overall.
6 overall. Yes. He wanted us to take a 6 overall. We not fucking listening to you, Paul. We not fucking listening to you. Give a fuck what you talking about.
Oh man.
Paul will sit there and he'll tell you the dumbest football take you'll ever hear, and then he will really sit there and be confident in it.
That Minshew was the answer. Remember that one?
And then at the end of the day, bro, he get mad at you when you sit there. You like, don't make no fucking sense. he gonna get mad at you. That shit crazy. That shit wild, bro. That shit wild.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro. I think Paul be sniffing paint on his off time. But
I think the other thing too, though, with Ramsey is like he's the kind of corner that Pete likes, bro. When you think about his physicality, his size, so it makes sense. You know, I get, you don't want to give up draft capital, but look at the quality corner you're getting in Jalen Ramsey. If you send for a 5th or a 6th to get him over here, bro. Yeah, right. You can't be happy looking at that list you just showed, the depth chart, and say, we don't need Ramsey. We'll be cool with the draft. Like, no way. There's no way, right?
That's what I'm saying, bro. And we pointing out the fact, like, even with the draft, there's so many needs that we have. There's not even a guarantee that you get the corner. There's not a guarantee.
Right, that's the other part. Yeah,
we don't know how the draft falls, bro. Like, what if running backs start going hella in the 2nd round or late in the 1st, and now you're sitting there like, God damn,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, now we got to take one. You know what I mean? Now we got to take one.
Yeah, that's why I was even open to the whole Will Johnson thing, because that's how bad we need a fucking corner.
Yeah, bro, guaranteed. You know, we could talk about Will because that's a good topic, bro. That's a very good topic. And we'll definitely get into that, bro. So, but like you said, bro, as soon as we got off of Jack Jones, it was one of them things, bro. It was one of them things, bro. So I just think,
I mean, I'm still shocked how fast it happened. You know, they didn't give him a chance to come into camp, but they must have said, "Nah, we're good. You know, we've seen enough of you on tape to know that you ain't gonna fit here." So it became a bigger need once that was gone.
Yeah, for 100%. Hey, man, he done got me started, dog. I don't know about saying it to your face because I don't know when I'm gonna see you, but I'll say it to you here. As my granddaddy once said to me, man, RIP to my granddaddy, man, as he once said, man, if I put your brain in the mosquito, that bitch will fly backwards. So I don't know, dog. I don't know. But if I put your brain in the mosquito, I know that bitch will fly backwards. That's all I know to you, dog. I know you was in one class the whole day in school. The whole day.
So that's what you're saying. You thought me getting me.
They asked Paul what his favorite subject was in school. That motherfucker said lunch.
He said dodgeball.
All right, man.
But nah, Alex, that's what we was talking about, man. With Will Johnson is the injury, big
bro.
dog.
So,
that's been my only thing with Will Johnson. Is how he came back.
Hey, no, real talk though, bro. Like now we can get into the Will Johnson debate, bro. Let me. Hey, OJ got me stirred. OJ got me crying.
Oh, fucking OJ.
Hey, but let's talk about Will Johnson, bro, because that's a big topic. That's a big topic.
It is. It is, man. Yeah,
because he had his 30, right, or official private workout or whatever it was.
Yeah. He had his top 30 visit. Yeah.
So he had a top 30 visit with the Raiders. And then he had his private workout.
Yeah, his private workout.
Now, this is where things are getting concerning, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like at first,
I'm surprised you didn't mention it in the chat. I was waiting for you to say something about it in the chat.
Yeah, bro. Like at first, I was cool with Will and all that. I'm like, like I'm cool. But there have been a number of things that have came out that I've been like, at 6 it might be a little rich. This is the concern, right, for me. On tape, he does not have great recovery speed, right? when you see him make most of his plays, like he's literally looking at the quarterback, right? Like most of the times, if you even if you just watch highlights of him and you see him make some of these interceptions and what he's doing, most of the times, bro, he's playing off ball, looking at the quarterback in the zone, right? Like that's where he's elite. Where I get concerned is, bro, like when I've seen him get beat, he don't have that recovery speed to really catch back up to the receiver. And then I start getting really concerned where it's like, what? Now he's not running the 40. So now I'm like, very interesting, right? Where on tape I see it. You feel me? On tape I see it. And now you're not running the 40. That kind of confirms what I'm thinking. And
that
you don't got
speed.
that. You ain't got that speed that most people are looking for at that position, right?
Yeah.
That don't mean he's gonna be a bad corner, but it does limit certain things, right? It does limit what you can do.
He's got the corner. What is it? How do you call it? The instincts. Will's got a great corner instinct, but you're right about that speed. And that's why I was wondering if he was gonna run 40, right? That was the big thing. If he's gonna run that 40, that would definitely be a big thing, but he didn't. Not even in his private workout, which, like you said, left a big question mark to everybody. Like, why not? Does he not feel confident in it? But I mean, there's no doubt the guy can play corner, top corner. He was top corner before he got injured. I don't even fronting, and that's going against my boy Morrison. You know, before he got hurt, also. Me and
even
Chris
him, dog. He scares me
better
too.
Corner.
He's scared, bro. The top 3 corners in this draft all have injury history, or all are like, you know. Like they have some type of injury thing with Will, Morrison, even Rebel, right? Rebel has a damn torn ACL. So it's like, damn. But for Will, what if I told you that what I'm hearing is that he done ran into 4.6?
Damn. For a corner as a 4.6?
Yeah. I'm not exaggerating either, dog. Like what I'm hearing, this motherfucker ran like he's running 4.6s. 4.5s. Like he's running like a 4.55, but then you just round that shit up. That's a 4.6, bro. Like that's you know what I mean? That's a 4.6. So and let's ask the chat, does that change your opinion if I told y'all like this man is running a 4.6? Does that change y'all opinion on Will Johnson? How do y'all feel about that? That would be the question, right?
I think it goes back to what you were saying in the beginning. Was one the injury, and then that 4.6 is that recovery speed, which is a liability in the NFL. You know? Yeah.
So if I bring up those two, like I bring up the recovery speed, then like OJ says, right, the injury history is something you do have to talk about as well.
It is.
So there's injury. So with those two things in mind, I mean, you can see why it gives cause for pause for people,
especially to take them at 6. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can see how it's cause for pause. You know, for you to say, oh, I don't know about taking them at 6. But that's a lot of guys in this draft, bro. Like, even for me, I like Jahdae Barron, but I wouldn't take him at 6 either.
Yeah, I like Jahdae Barron. You do like him. Yeah.
It's a little high, bro. Like, that's a little high. Oh, what a name. Johnson gives me DJ.
See, but Hayden was fast, though. Remember? Hayden was fast. Yeah.
He didn't have the physical makeup of Will Johnson.
He didn't have the physical makeup. He didn't have the corner instincts like a Will Johnson. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I kind of get what he's saying from the standpoint of like we take a corner high and he's kind of injured and then like he don't end up working out and all that. I get from that standpoint. But from the talent standpoint, they're not. They completely on 2 different spectrums. They really on 2 different spectrums. But I do like him. You know, I've heard rumblings that the Niners like him a lot. You know, they would try maybe come up to get him. If that's the case, I'd do it. 100%.
Yeah, to me, if we're gonna trade down to get someone like that, it all depends on what we're getting back, right? I think I was saying that the other day. If we're trading out of the top 10, top 12, like your ass better throw in next year's first round with that shit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like I'm not just gonna do it just to swap and you give me a second. You know,
like, I'm starting to agree with this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm starting to agree with this, dog. I'm if they got the injury, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
The only one I wouldn't question, Big Dog, with the injury history right now would be if Carter falls to us at 6.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that.
At that one, I would be like, I don't give a fuck. You draft that motherfucker if he's there
immediately. Immediately, I don't care about no foot.
Yeah.
He could come out there. He could be Dion and cut off toes for all I care, dog. What I seen him do, dog. What I seen him do in some of
Why you
them
gotta bring
teams,
up toes, dog?
I don't care, dog. I do not care. So 2 Cents says, how many age vets Raiders acquire that didn't do squat after being inked? There's a number of them. But again,
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah,
we were just throwing money at whatever stuck at that point. Like we were throwing bread at whoever was willing to come here. At this point, there's other guys. There's more willingness to come to the team now. There's more willingness to come to the squad. So I don't think we're being as desperate. So I look. Jalen is still playing at a good level, bro. I think he's still playing at a level where
you're not getting Ramsey hoping he can get it back. You know what I mean? Back to what he used to be. He's already coming in playing at a high level for Jalen Ramsey. I think that's the difference when you bring someone like him in. Yeah.
Again, bro, you cannot name me. Even if you don't want to say he's a top 5 corner, you cannot say there are 10 other better corners in the league.
No, not than him. Yeah.
You cannot say that,
bro. Getting a vet hoping he could be what he used to be would be like if we went after Gilmore or some shit.
Yeah, there you
You're
go.
Hoping
there you go. Like and that is what I don't want. I don't want them to go after Gilmore because I saw Gilmore. That's the thing. Gilmore last year was getting burnt.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendously last year, right? Like he didn't look good. Yeah. On the other hand, Jalen still got their stuff, right? Still got their stuff. Dixon ain't shit. He said 9 toes down.
Leave me alone, dog.
Shout out my guy Rebel, man. Shout out Rebel. He says Barron the best corner in the draft. Without the 4.39 speed, people were talking take Will Johnson at 6. Why not Barron? And I'm not disputing you, dog. You can ask Leo and a lot of people. I've been talking about your boy for a minute.
You've been big on Barron, for sure. Yeah.
A slot at 6 is rich. Unless you're gonna tell me that he's gonna do like a lot of different roles and because he can play safety and he can do all these things, sure, then it makes sense. But for me, I primarily am slotting him to say you're gonna be a nickel corner. That's what you're gonna be.
No, I see.
A couple of reps at the safety position if need be. But I think primarily he's going to be a nickel. So then at that point, do you say, like, do I take him at 6? Is that high for a nickel? Do I try to get draft capital and then get him? Right? What can I do?
Yeah. That's true. And I get that part that if you do want one of those corners, you don't have to take them at 6, right? You can trade down and still get them hopefully later. Which is why I'm so excited about the draft to see how that shit falls. Yeah. Because that's gonna be the big difference. What up, Lunatic? What's going on, big dog?
God damn it. I got baby action back here. I was hoping this man for another 20 minutes. Because we almost done with the show, son.
Gilmore got his money for 1 interception.
No, we're talking. Shout out our guy Lunatic, man. Very fire show he had earlier today too, man, as he always does. Now Rebel brings up a very interesting point. He said I would trade for Jair Alexander before Jalen Ramsey.
But has that been an option? Like, has that been put out there? I know, like, there's some other corners I fucking love to trade for, But
now that's the thing about me, bro. Jair be hurt too much.
Oh, you're not when someone gets hurt, you start like,
yeah, bro. I'm not with the injury shit. I don't be with that, bro, because at the end of the day, like that's the number one, or like something that can really derail progress and an individual player with the team, or just it can derail everything, dog. Like if it's not available.
And that was a huge issue with Hobbs. Remember when re-signing him was the injury? Yeah.
It don't matter if you work in the NFL, CVS, Walgreens. It don't matter if your ass, if you're McDonald's, if you're not showing up for work, what's gonna happen? We all it don't matter what the price tag or what the job is, dog. Like if you don't show up to work, your ass is gonna get fired or replaced eventually,
right?
I mean, that's just what it is, bro. So it don't matter if it's the NFL or not. It's all I have that same mindset for everybody. I'm starting to get like that with Kuntz, and I hope Kuntz has a full season.
Kuntz was the other one you mentioned about before paying him. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I hope it has a full one. Now, where I start having that sentiment is when players are perpetually injured. right? And they're missing multiple games and multiple seasons. Like for Max and Christian and all them, I don't care because it's been 1 year and they really like you look at their career, they're not really them type of players that are injured all the time.
Right.
Now, if it starts getting to that point where every goddamn year you missing about like 5-6 games, well, yeah, like we're gonna get to it. But as for right now, I'm not really worried about them. So Jay says, what if we, because Jay is really against Jalen Ramsey, it looks like. He's trying whatever.
I know. I don't know. What?
Jaden offered whatever scenario, so like we don't get Jalen Ramsey.
Anybody but Jalen Ramsey.
But he's like, what if we draft 2 corners?
Maybe he's drinking that Kool-Aid he was on last year. No one over 30.
Maybe. But he said, what if we get Jade in the corner 5th round? I like Jade, but then where the problem lies is that 5th round corner equals a MJ Devonshire or a goddamn
type
the Cameron Richardson type of player, and we saw how them is working out this year. So
I wonder how far Morrison falls because of the injury.
2nd round, I don't see too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
Like Jaden, but not for the draft picks. I see that, but if you're talking about a 5th or a 6th, I mean that's basically like using one of those 5th round picks to draft the corner. Jay, wouldn't that be the same? Or would you rather take a shot on a rookie you're drafting in the 5th round than keep Jalen Ramsey? See, and I think that's where it wouldn't be that bad because you're not giving up a top pick. You're giving up one of your later round picks. Remember, you don't expect your later round picks to make the team for the most part anyway. Those are the ones you hope they hit. If they don't, no big deal. The ones you want to hit are 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4. If you get lucky, you have a good draft. So if you're only giving up a 5th for a player like Ramsey, I don't think it's that big of a risk, or you're giving up that much for a player who's still playing at a high level the way Jalen Ramsey is, bro. I'm just saying that's how I see it would be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said, what the difference if we pick in the 5th or trade Ramsey in the 5th? Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, I think you get a proven corner who's already playing at a high level with that 5th round in Ramsey, as opposed to hoping your 5th round pick corner or whoever you decide to go with, it becomes that good. Yeah. What's going on, Raider Fool Chris? What's up, man? He's a 6th pick with a player as a package deal, sure, but Miami won't do it. A 6th pick? You mean a 6th rounder, right? Yeah. A 5th or a 6th rounder, I'll be cool with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Navman says, I want Raiders on the team. Injuries happen. I see Ramsey, and no question, just my opinion. Yeah, and so do I. I've been wanting Ramsey for the longest, bro. Even when he left Jacksonville, before he got to the Rams and they traded for him, I thought Ramsey would always fit, being a Raider. What it takes, the attitude, the physicality that he comes with. I've always liked him. So definitely be a good thing to bring him back in. But I don't know if most people are into that. And I get like, oh, we're bringing in another vet. You're going to pay another vet, like all this and that. But I think back to what Rundown was saying, you look at that depth chart, man, it's really slim pickings. And it really is Mother Hubbard in that cornerback depth chart that we have going on right now. So adding someone like Ramsey only makes it better. And you're only going to have to give up a 5th. 5th at most, right, is what we're saying. The most you would give up was a 5th. You go to what Navman was saying, you give him a what? We get a 5th and give them Parham, to juice it up for them a little bit. Some shit like that would definitely be better, but yeah.
I don't want to give up no, I don't want to give up no Mayer or something like that. But what if they needed, maybe a Tyree Wilson or something like that? I'd be willing.
You said Tyree?
Yeah, I'd be willing. Hold on, bro, because this man about to go stupid. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah. I'm gonna mute myself.
You're not gonna bet the sack thing on him this year.
Took milk out of Baby Rundown's mouth, man. He took milk out. Can't do it no more.
See, dog, that's why you be extra tired. I'm telling you. Uh-huh. It's that dad life. He said, mind you, we got to pay $21 million in salary this year. Yeah. Call Miami's bluff. They need cap space. They'll release. And then that's the other thing. Will he get released, right? Y'all remember the rumor that came out about Jack Jones, right? The Raiders are trying to trade him. If they can't trade him, they'll release him. 2 hours later, fuck, he was cut and released. So
Maybe
who knows what'll happen, right?
that could be a possibility. I could see something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But again, bro, I mean the 21. If you look at our what's our cap space for next year, bro? Like cap space is not that. Our cap, we're not cap strapped. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
Like
not.
we're gonna have bread to do that.
No, we definitely are. Mm-hmm.
I get it. You know, we wanted to do certain things, bro, but I mean that eliminates a need in the draft for me because we went through a number of these scenarios with the mock drafts, and we see all the time. You're not guaranteed a player, right? You're not guaranteed. Like we can all sit here and be like, yeah, man, we're just gonna get a corner in the second round. But guess what? What about the running back? Where you get that at?
What we definitely got to get on the running back one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like what?
Yeah.
What about a running back? Like where do you get that at? Where do we get? What if running backs start going heavy in the second round? What if Omarion Hampton goes in the first? Boy, yo, his ass over here trying to roll off this damn pillow.
Where Henderson gonna land? You know, where Junkins gonna land?
Like what if Hampton goes in the first round? What if Genty goes in the first round? Okay, so from that point, that pushes up Travion Henderson. That pushes up Quinshawn Judkins. They're probably going in the second round. That's probably what's going to happen at that point. So you have to take one. Because if you don't take one at 37, as far as a running back in that scenario, I don't know if one's going to last all the way to 68.
Yeah,
not the one you want.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one you want.
And I think that's going to be the interesting part of this draft. When do the running backs start falling off the board? You know?
Right.
Once that happens, what happens to the rest of them? The team start like, oh shit, I got to get my back before somebody else starts taking these guys. Yeah.
Because you know it happens all the time, bro.
No, you know it does. Mm-hmm.
You know it happens all the time, bro. So I think for this we definitely if you don't put this stop dog, he at that point where he trying to like fight sleep and fight all this extra shit like damn. But yeah, nah, bro. Like again, we just gotta figure out how the board. We don't know how the board's gonna fall, dog. We have zero clue. So we just got to eliminate.
And I mean that's the exciting part about next week, though. Is how that's gonna look like. Because I don't think I've ever been this excited so much either about day 2. It's mainly been day 1. See where that shit goes. But this draft, I'm day 1 and day 2.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. To eliminate a stress before the draft is exactly what what we should be trying to do. That's what we did with Geno. Eliminate a stress. Right. Yeah. Like get that off the board, bro. Shit. Hey, my lunatic right, bro. We're gonna have to get a running back off Facebook Marketplace. Fuck around, bro. You keep trying to push it down the board. We can't push everything down the board, right? You see in this, I give us all of us in here a span of 5 minutes, bro. We all be like, man, who do you want in that second round? Who would you like? I guarantee you see like 5 different names. I want Carson Schweschinger, Travion Henderson. I want, Trey Amos, maybe a corner here, this and that here. Okay, so then what we going to do in the third round? 5 different names. All 5 different positions. Guard, defensive line. Okay, it's like, dog, we can't take every single need. Again, we can't take every single need this year. It's not going to happen. Not in the draft.
No. Mm-mm. And you cannot say it. Someone said Marcus Peters part 2. No, bro. Ramsey is not that at all, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You know what, dog? I'm really starting to think that certain Raider fans only limit their football experience to what they've seen the team do.
I believe that. I've talked to certain fans, and you bring up another team or another player, and they're not too much on him because they weren't Raiders or are Raiders.
Yeah, and it's like certain people are only bringing up, like, when they start talking or saying shit like that, or like we talk about Shador, and they're like, oh man, he's Jamarcus Russell, and he's like, I'm like, certain Raider fans only limit their football knowledge and expertise to what the team does, and that's dangerous. Because if that's the case, bro, you limiting the last 25 years of incompetence. So that means what you know, as far as football, is ass. Because what the Raiders have done has not been good for the last whatever years, bro. Like, to say that this man is Marcus Peters, right? To even bring them up in the same breath is
crazy.
Sacrilegious.
Crazy.
Sacrilegious. There's no way Ramsey and Marcus Peters should be mentioned in the same breath in tone. at all. At all, dog. If Alec is and hey, shout out to Alec, bro. If he's right about this comment, you definitely got to take a running back in the second round, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Have to.
We all keep thinking they're going to be there in the second, third round, and who knows? Yeah.
Because if that happens and 3 running backs go in the first round, oh, you might as well slot that number 37 in for a running back, dog. Slot it in. Slot it in. Because at that point, bro, you're gonna be stuck with Baishul Tootin as your starting running back or as the guy we take, right? And he's not a bad option. But if you tell me I'd rather have Quinshawn or some of these other guys, I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. Caleb Johnson, I'm gonna do that.
Caleb Johnson's the other one. I like him. Yeah, I saw somebody's mock. I think it was Pharaoh's. Pharaoh had us taking Neil, like in the 3rd or the 4th round, something like that.
Not mad at that. I like that.
I like Neil from Kansas. Yeah, I told him that. I like that one.
Now yesterday I played with this scenario and waited till like the 4th, 5th round to grab the running back, and I ended up getting RJ Harvey. Now RJ Harvey for me is a top 10 back, so I'm not completely angry, right, at that. But again, if you were to tell me
that was based off your list too, I remember that.
Yeah. But if you were to tell me there was an opportunity in the second round to get Judkins, and I bypassed that to say I think he's gonna fall. He did not fall.
He did not fall.
So then now I'm gonna have to be like, oh shit, we gotta pivot, go somewhere else, and that's what happens in the draft, right? We gotta pivot and go somewhere else.
And that's the other part too with trading down. Like, okay, you're going to trade down, but is the guy you're aiming for or looking for, is he still going to be at that next spot you trade down to?
Right.
Are there a couple players that are going to be down there by the time you get down there? Yeah.
Right.
So definitely going to be fun and interesting to see how they do it. Yeah.
100%. 100%. Giddens is good too. I like Giddens. He's nice. But I think you brought something up. You brought something up earlier. I forgot what it was, but we were going to talk about it. Travis. Travis
Hunter. Travis? Yeah.
What'd you want to bring up about Travis?
So I don't know if you saw, there was a report that came out about Travis Hunter saying that if he gets drafted by a team and they limit how much he plays on either corner or wide receiver, right? Because he still wants to play both, that he'll stop playing football. That he'll be done. So I don't know if you saw in the group, Chris saw that and he's like, I'm done on him. I don't want him. Like, I don't even want to talk about him anymore.
Yeah.
So hearing that news, like, how do you feel? Do you think it's even possible that Travis thinks he can play both receiver and corner in the NFL?
Travis is tweaking if he said that. Let me see something. Hold on, bro. He's on a special type of special grade of drug if he said that shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is Bleacher Report. This man did say that. Why the fuck would you say something so stupid? So
that's what he said. Yeah. See?
Oh my God, bro. Why would you say that, bro? I get it. Look, okay. All right. Yeah, let's talk about this. We're gonna have to talk about that. Never playing football again if you can't play wide receiver and cornerback. It's never playing football again because I've been doing it my whole life. I feel like I could dominate on each side of the ball. I love the confidence, but if I look on tape, your first 5 weeks in here, and let's just bring up Jalen Ramsey for a degree, right?
Yeah.
Or no. Let's say he comes here, he's going to have to play Patrick Surtain. So let's just say Surtain. If I see Surtain heem your ass up at the line, and I mean, like, put you on your ass at the line, you goddamn right you're going to be playing one other side of the ball primarily more until you're ready. What?
Right.
What is he saying? Look here, bro. For me, already my plan is you're coming in as a corner, and I'm going to have some packages for you, right? I'm going to have some packages for you to play wide receiver. That's what I would say. Now, the way I'm looking at this and reading this now, the way I see it, it's more of like, if a team gets me and they say immediately, like, you're not doing that, you're only going to be a receiver, you're only going to be a corner, I can see what he's saying. I can see that. Right? Now I understand from that degree if it's like, well, then why the hell would you draft me? Like, I've been saying this 100%, like, the whole process. I want to try to do both. So, like I said, if the coach says, let's play him on defense, have some packages on offense, yes. I think that's what you should do. But if he's just saying that, like, I want to play all of that full time, and if I don't do that, then I'm never playing football. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Yeah. If he's saying, if that's what he's saying, like, oh, it needs to be full time, like just like I was doing in Colorado and all the extra. If that's the case, then yeah, no, we're not having that discussion until I can see that. But if what I think is true, and he's just saying like, no, I just want the opportunity to play both, and I don't want to be limited, then I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Draft him in corner, your corner, and set up some packages for him on the offensive side of the ball, right? But to play full time, the whole time, both ways.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do it. I'm not going.
And I get it. I love the confidence. That's what I loved about him. You know, we've always talked about it. I just love the confidence in the player, saying I can do both in the NFL, and I get that. I respect that. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying when you said if the team picking me is going to lock me into one position, then don't pick me because I don't want to play that way. I want to be able to do
bro.
both.
Yeah, I get it from that standpoint, bro. Like from that standpoint, why would you take me second overall? Why would you take me third overall? Knowing what I've said, knowing what I can do, and you're gonna sit in here and say, I don't give a fuck about that. You're gonna do what I say. Come on now.
Right.
You know, right. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's how bad organizations stay bad. Right? Like that's real talk. So for me, bro, like if you're gonna draft him, you should know coming in, okay, we're gonna have a plan. Now, if he cannot do that, that's different, right? Like if he shows like he can't play receiver like that. Now,
if he shows he's got to put a little more muscle, more ass behind him.
Yeah, if that's what showed, then sure, right? Like you have all points in the world, boy. If you take this binky out one more time, boy, like it's like he rips it out his own mouth and then he look at me like, like, come on, sir. And
I like what Luna says that you let him do it until he can't.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he'll be the one to say, this will be or maybe reduce this or reduce that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Again, like if it's how I'm thinking, and he's sitting there saying, "Nah, bro, like I want the opportunity."
We saw a lot of him, bro. We did. We watched a lot of those games. What do you think his best position is, corner or receiver?
Honestly, bro, I think he can be a Hall of Fame corner. I really do.
I think he's a better corner than he is a receiver.
I do. I know. I know he kind of wants to play receiver more, but. Dog, nobody I've seen recently can do the things he can do at corner. Not even Will Johnson. Yeah. Because I'm talking about like, dog, he can play zone, man, and be intercepted from whatever position, however he's playing. Off ball, press man, it don't matter.
I've seen him make those off the ball interceptions.
The off the ball interceptions are crazy. where I get to sitting and saying he's different is where I've seen him press man somebody and still get that interception like that, dog. Like being trail technique and damn near run the route for somebody.
For someone.
And do that, bro. Like I've seen him, like there's not many corners that can do that. Not many. Not many, dog.
Y'all wild for this one. Did this girl make him say?
You think what? His girl probably saw him say that and say, "Why would you say something like this?" His girl probably got back to the home and his girl probably slapped him up after she said this. What? You said you're not gonna play football again? How dare you? No, sirree. You gonna take your ass on that field is what his girl said. You gonna get on that field. That's for sure gonna happen. But yeah, no, not many corners I know have his skill set, dog.
No, and that's my whole thing. I love him more as a corner. I really do.
I think he can be like a different type of corner. Now, receiver, I think he can be good. I don't say top. Now this is the thing. If he has to work more on his receiver stuff, but
to be
his skill set is there,
receiver
bro.
in the NFL,
Like it's like I think immediately coming in, he could be a top 5 corner. I think he has
to
work.
Yeah, from the jump, he could be one of the top corners.
I think he has to work to be a top 5 receiver.
That's for sure.
That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm not mad at bro. If we took him, I'm still taking him. I ain't gonna cap.
Because again, that's saying if he fell. But I was just trying because in our chat you didn't say nothing. I was like, this fool must be doing something because I don't think he's seen what they were saying about Travis Hunter.
Nah, dog. So like for me, I didn't even see that. So I'm still taking him at 6 if he's there because I feel like our coaching staff will allow him to do what he's supposed to do. Right.
Right.
We have guys like and the coaching staff, you got Chip Kelly, you got Patrick Graham. They're gonna find ways to use him properly. Right. So I'm not really mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all.
Not at all.
You know, this argument right here means nothing to me, man. I mean,
the fact that he says Travis is trash is just that's all I need to hear. Okay. Got you. Okay.
You know. See, when I see this, when I see this argument, right? And then I see people still tell me that we should take Ashton Genty, I tune it out.
Right.
Because you can't tell me that Shador and Travis played no one and then sit around and say Ashton Genty is the next coming of Barry Sanders and Jesus Christ. We can't say that.
Right.
There's no way you can say that. Now here go Rebel. Rebel got his take. Let me see what he says, man. He says, that sounds like a spoiled brat that can't really care much about football if he's willing to retire before he gets his way, in my opinion. But you have to look at it like this, bro. Again, this is pre-draft. My coach has said, I have said, and the film, not only just those two, the film has said I can do both.
Right.
Why would you draft me and limit me off the rip? Why would you do that? Right? Like, okay, so you'll turn around and say, and this is not, negatively, but this is just playing devil's advocate. We can't say, oh, that sounds like a spoiled brat. So what does it sound like from a coach that says, no, fuck you, you're going to do what I want? What does that sound like?
Right. Yeah.
You cannot do that, bro. Like that's where I start to say there's two sides of the spectrum, and even my player shit comes into it, bro, where it's like, there are coaches that will take this man and say, no, you're going to do what I want you to do. I don't view you as that. So you will do what I want you to do. Why would you draft him then? Why would you take him? That doesn't make no sense to force somebody to do something like that. For me, bro, that sounds that's Josh McDaniels. And we all hate him, right? We all hate Josh McDaniels because we sat there and we thought, oh man, he's forcing players to do what they don't want to do.
Yeah. A lot of people blame Hunter Renfro's disappearance on Josh McDaniels, right?
We can't do it, bro. We can't do it. We got to play devil's advocate. In this situation right here, this is a very fickle situation, right? And I think, I think he does deserve the opportunity to try both. He does. Right. We can't sit here and say he don't,
I was talking to someone about it, and they were bringing up Charles Woodson. And then I pointed out it was different, though, because Travis played more on the offensive side than Woodson did. Woodson played in there on design plays, on returns, right? Amazing fucking corner, right? I would have hoped Travis, if we were to get him, would be that fucking good. But at the same time, it was a different type of player.
And for all them people that, that might say, that what you just said is wrong, dog. You can look on Max's podcast. Charles said it himself. Travis is better than me. Yeah, he said it himself. So I don't. There's nobody else I need to listen to. I'm not listening to nobody else. When the main man comes out here and says, "Nah, he's a better prospect than me."
Right.
That's all I got to see. Right. That's all I got to see. And that's my guy too, dog. That's my guy. Not many corners that you could tell me are better than Charles Woodson. Not many.
Oh no, bro. That's my dude right there. Come on now.
There's only one guy for me. Only one. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, dog, because I didn't watch Deion. And that's fucking Darrell.
Oh, Revis Island?
Hey, dog. Okay, dog. I'm sorry.
Revis was one of the most physical motherfuckers.
He was different. Corner, though. He was different, dog. Like, that was one of them corners, dog. I was in awe. I'm watching. I'm like, that's really shut down right there. I like Richard, too. Richard was one of them guys, right? But he's not above C-Dub for me. Like, C-Dub is that guy.
No, to me, C-Dub was better than Sherman. But Sherman was good.
Yeah. I mean, plus, C-Dub got drafted the year I was born. Like, that's just destiny, dog. So I'm like, that's my guy, bro. That's my guy 100%.
I forget that shit. That's right. You didn't see like Sanders and what's his name out of
Champ
Washington.
Bailey and all that, you know what I mean?
Green. What's his name? He was the fastest man in the NFL forever. Jeff will remember. Oh man, he played for the Redskins. He was a corner, top fucking corner, bro. So underrated. People always forget his fucking name. I'm even forgetting his name. Oh fuck, what was his name? Jeff.
Daryl Green.
Yeah, Green.
Green. Yeah, Green.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be it, bro. I think that might be it. I liked him. You know, bro, I have a list of corners.
Daryl Green. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Him.
Yeah, Daryl Green. Yeah. I have a list of corners, bro, that I think is different from your era to my era. Like my shit is Richard Sherman, Darrelle Revis, a little bit of Josh Norman in there, right? You saw a little bit.
Oh, Josh in his years with Carolina.
Yeah, dog. You said he was cold over there at that time, man. Bro, there was a. I mean, Jalen Ramsey now is in that discussion now because he's 30. So
Jalen at Jacksonville was dirty, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dog. He's in that discussion now. But number of guys, dog, where I'm like, yeah, these dudes help change the little corner room for sure, bro. Help change the corner room for sure.
Even what's his name? Namdi. You can't forget Namdi for sure.
Big Namdi, man. My bad, bro.
Namdi was my dude, bro.
Big Namdi.
Namdi.
but see, if we talking about guys, right? I love Namdi, but he ain't C-Dub. He ain't C-Dub at all.
No, C-Dub was
C-Dub at all. But see, I wonder what the hell happened to Namdi when he went to the Eagles, bro. What happened?
They switched. Remember, they were zone. He was man. When he was with the Raiders, they played man.
Yeah, bro. He played a lot of man,
bro.
Played a lot of man.
He got exposed a lot playing in that zone over in Philly.
Oh, thank you, L11 Pat. Pat P just retired too, bro.
Yeah, Pat P was one of my favorites in Madden, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Pat P was real, dog. Real deal, man. I remember, man, Xavier Rhodes at the time was good. And then he
Champ Bailey's another one. Yeah.
Oh, Champ Bailey, man. He's a Bronco, but he's real deal. So you can't say shit about that. He's real.
Shoot, even Eric Allen, he's about to go in the NFL, the Hall of Fame this year.
Right? Yeah, Eric Allen's going in, bro. Yeah. This has turned into the corner podcast, but either way, bro.
Yeah, but most people that didn't know, Green played for 20 years, bro, as a corner and elite at an elite level the whole time, mind you.
20 years. That's very interesting, bro. So we're gonna end it off like this. As we started the show with him. We'll end the show with him. I want people to give me. Do you think that Jalen Ramsey is a top 5 corner in the league
right now?
Do you think he's a top 5 corner in the league? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
What y'all think? Get Ramsey, draft Graham, and trade back. Look at that. Oh.
I like that. Now you talking funky. You talking funky now, boy. Yeah. They don't want to see us do that. You know what?
Dell said top 10, but not top 5. But
who said that?
Dell?
Who said that last one? No, not even the top 10, bro. Who said that about Graham? Ardell? Dell said that?
Oh, Ardell did. Yeah.
Look here, bro. This is what the NFL does not want the Raiders to do because it's actually smart. That's why everybody has us drafting the fucking running back, because this is what we actually should be doing. This is what we actually should be doing, dog. Like, this is the move. I love that. Boy, if we did that, boy, I'm sitting up here skipping on this goddamn
man. If we were to trade for Ramsey and then we get drafted and we come out with Graham,
I'm skipping. I'm skipping on here,
I
dog.
Can't wait
I'm
for
having fun.
2. If we do that, I can't wait for day 2 to see who our fucking running back is gonna be. Because that's when we're gonna get the running back.
He's mad. He's so mad. Okay. So we
top
got
10, not top 5.
I'm looking at the top 5 corners. I don't like PFF, but I guess we'll
you gotta use them. They're like the most accessible one, but I feel you. I don't like them for the most part.
First top rated corner is Cooper DeJean. Second is Pat Surtain. The third,
I would put Surtain at 1.
Yeah. Trent McDuffie. I forgot. Trent McDuffie's nice. Trent McDuffie's real deal. So that's already 2. I don't think Jalen's better than them 2. Derek Stingley's nice as hell. So that's 3. I don't think he's better than Derek Stingley right now. Who else? He's better than Marlon Humphrey, in my opinion. He's better.
I like him more than Humphrey. Yeah.
He's better.
Yeah.
He's better than Quinyon Mitchell right now. Quinyon Mitchell's only in his 2nd year, bro. I can't say that.
They got Cooper DeJean as number 1.
As far as his like PFF grade and what he was graded, yeah, he was one of those.
I see. Yeah.
But just bro, he's a top 10 corner for sure. There's nobody. I mean, I'm looking at the top 5, bro. Surtain, Stingley. Who else? Who was that third dude I said? Surtain, Stingley, McDuffie, right? That's 3. And then off of that, dog, who else?
He said homeboy from the Jets. What's his name?
Sauce
Gardner. Yeah.
His grade was awful this year, though. He was
because he regressed this year. They weren't as good this year. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm almost done. Yeah, he was ass this year. So I don't know, but yeah, I put him up there. Just because of the age. He's younger. So yeah, if you want to say that, that's 4. So who would be the 5th ahead of Ramsey? Who would be the 5th guy?
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
he's a top.
That's why I put him top 5. If anything, he's
top 5, bro.
Right?
Yeah, he's probably top 5. I'm not even gonna cap. Yeah. And at the minimum, he's 6. So I think we definitely are in there, bro. But this has been another one, another good episode, man. I mean, next Tuesday, we talking about what we gonna do on the draft.
Yeah, boy. I already seen. You know why it took longer to hop on? I hopped on the wrong link. I was in your draft link.
That's right. I did that yesterday, dog. I was
like, where's this for at?
Hey, now you already know, man. The draft link up, so hey, you want to come in there, bro? You all more than welcome. You know what time it is, bro. I want to try to get all my TRS guys in one link if we can.
Yeah, that's still up. See what I'm doing. I got to talk to John later on. And then I talked to 805 about possibly going down to Vegas and meeting up with him. He was going to talk to Lunatic and Chris Fools and a bunch of other people who live down in Vegas. See, maybe we'll just all get together and watch it somewhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I forgot about him. He's right. He's right.
A homeboy from Seattle, too. Oh, shit. What's his name? The one they drafted. Witherspoon. Yeah,
he ain't better than Ramsey right now, I think. But
no, he's not better, but he's one of the ones that.
But you can get me with Christian Gonzalez. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, he might be the 5th one. He might be the 5th best one. No cap. I wanted us to see. That's who I wanted us to get when we drafted Tyree. God damn it.
Yeah, that's who I wanted was Gonzalez, and he was still there. Yeah.
And here we are. Hey, we was right about Witherspoon. We was right about Christian Gonzalez. Right, we was right. Even last year, I fought tooth and nail. I think me and Severe fought tooth and nail with Chris about Quinyon and tell him, hey, Quinyon's real, dog.
Yeah.
I had that feeling about Jade Barron this year, bro.
Before we bounce out, dog, there was one thought I had about this. He doesn't love football talk, right? Because Travis said that.
Right.
Dion played baseball and football. Did he not love football? Bo Jackson played baseball and football. As a matter of fact, Bo Jackson didn't come to the Raiders until October.
Yeah.
Did motherfuckers question his love for the game?
And he don't even play 2 sports, dog. I think
you're talking about playing 2 positions in one game.
I think Travis, bro, he's all about football. I'm not really mad at that, but I think we're seeing what this is that new age of players standing their ground and saying what they but because you got to think about this, right? And then I saw what Rebel said earlier. He's like, isn't that what a job is? I mean, technically, yeah, that's what the job is. They tell you what you need to do.
Charlie Ward played basketball. Yep.
But in this job, we're both conducive to each other's success, coach, player, right? Yeah. If you draft me high and I don't play well, likelihood your ass getting fired for that, right? Like that's now I might be able to find a new job as a player. I can probably find a new job somewhere. Somebody will take a chance on me. How likely is it that you failed as a number 3 overall draft pick and you get another job? How likely is it? Who gets a job first? The player, probably. So in that regard, yes, the coach is going to say, I want him to do X, Y, and Z, but your success as a coach is predicated on what this man does. So you're going to have to make him as comfortable as possible. And at first, like again, if it don't work and you're seeing like this man cannot do that, then and if he's still saying those comments right there, you got all liability in the world to say that's immature and whatever you
right.
Because it is, bro. Because if we're seeing on film, dog, you're getting cooked or whatever the case, and you still sitting here trying to say you can do that, no, you can't. We're seeing that right here.
Oh, yeah, you getting cooked. Like you said, if Surtain's fucking holding you up in the line and you can't get off on your route, like, bro, come on.
Yeah, bro. Like we got
like at that point, like, yeah, no, we done. We out of here. Yeah.
Have a good show. But yeah, bro, like, yeah. But if it's somebody saying, I think I can do this, and I want a chance to show that I can do this.
To show that I can, right.
Then let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that.
Mm-hmm. So do you remember that the Legion of Boom? Those fools wanted to play special teams because they were so much about just being as a unit. Remember that?
They did. They definitely did. Mm-hmm. But let's end it off like this. This ain't really Raider news, but this is just football news, and I've been seeing and talking about it. But the Nico situation from Tennessee, how you feel about that?
Man, I've been saying this for a while. When the NIL thing started, it was going to happen. And I think a lot of the part gets blamed on the player, on them being greedy. But you have to remember, these teams a lot of times go back on what they promise these players, right?
Yeah.
They say they're going to deliver a certain amount. They don't give it to them. And then now they want to get mad because these players are asking for more now. And they fucking want to move on. This was part of the deal. And I think that's the other part, which is leading to players like Travis who can say things like that. You got to remember, these kids aren't waiting to go to the NFL to be millionaires anymore. Some of these kids are already millionaires, you know? So it changes the game for sure. Am I mad at Nico for doing that? Nah. But I'm also not mad at Tennessee for not wanting to set a precedent at their school for players to do that in the future.
Nah, you know? I'm not mad at see, this is the thing. I'm not mad at Nico. I'm not mad. Hold on. Before I get this, because he's going stupid. Okay. You had fun on the show, man. It's time to go. Your mama's looking for you. You smell that. You smell that. You smell that. That boy done laid a grade A. We're gonna have to call SWAT team for whatever he just laid in his goddamn diaper. But I'll say this though, right? I'm not mad at Nico. I'm mad at his representation. I'm mad at his pops. Okay, I'm mad at his people, right? Like, what are you doing? Why are you asking for this extra money or trying to hold out of playoff games? And there's like triple that amount of money down the pike in a year.
Yeah.
Like, dog, like, I mean, now that I got a kid, I can kind of relate to certain things now, right? So it's like, I'm looking at my son, we making 2.4 right now, right? Now, if you want to say your worth is maybe 3 something, we can maybe negotiate a little something.
Right.
But honestly, dog, the way I look at it, because I didn't come from no NIL era, right? I didn't, and I'm young, but
you just missed it.
Exactly, right? So but I like it though, because it gives perspective, right? So for me, I'm gonna look, I'm like, son, you're 18, whatever. You don't know what the fuck you doing with no $2.4 million right now.
Exactly. Yeah,
you don't. I know you don't. I could go ahead and I like as good as I know I've raised you. You're 18. You're gonna blow the money. So as of right now, bro, 2.4 is more than we've ever gotten. So let's chill with that. And my whole thing is, I want to see you develop, because if you do what you're supposed to do, when you get picked in the first round, we're gonna get 20 mil. 18 mil, right? Like, that's easy money, bro, because if you do what you're supposed to do at this university, bro, you're going to get picked in the first round. That's all I care about.
Especially in that university. Yeah.
That's the real money. We don't care about this little shit right here.
Not to mention all the other NIL stuff you're going to get outside of the school, right? The other endorsements that come with being at a school like Tennessee. Yeah. I get that part.
Dale stupid. But yeah, bro, no, we're making chump change compared to what's going to happen in a couple months if we develop like we're supposed to. So like, it's just bad look, ugly look, bro.
Because even with the pops and the agent or whatever said that, okay, if you're not gonna, you need to go get him a better O-line. It was a whole bunch of other shit too that was added on there. Like,
bro, not only that, bro, and I don't even think they're thinking about this either. Yes, other college teams are looking at that because you're gonna have to transfer somewhere now, and you're gonna have to do that. And good for Tennessee too, bro, because I wouldn't do that either.
And that's what I'm saying. Good for Tennessee for standing their ground. Yeah.
Nah, we're not doing that either. Now our season might be bad now. I ain't gonna cap, but it's principle. I don't care. The university ain't gonna fire the head coach for this. That ain't his fault, right? Like, so we go off of there, bro. Not only, but we take it a step further. Not only is the college is looking at you and they're saying like, "Oh man, I don't know about this," but dog, what do you think NFL teams that might be looking at you in a year from now are saying, "Well, your agent is." I don't really like how he getting down.
Right, I don't want to have to deal with him. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You think college teams are saying that right now? What you think them NFL owners gonna say when they got to give you bread and your pops is over there asking for extra bread now?
Right. And there are already
Boy,
college teams saying, "Now we're good." I think Oregon was one of the teams was like, "Nah, we're cool on you." Like,
them NFL owners gonna laugh in their face. I want an
yeah.
extra 2-something million, or I'm not coming here. Boy, them NFL owners will say, "All right, man, well, what flight you want? What flight you want to take out of here? I got one in the morning. I got one in the afternoon. I got somebody to help you with your bags too, bro. I don't care about none of that, dog. Like, I feel like this is all fault of the adults.
Yeah, and you saw it coming when they started sending out bowl games, right? You're only paying me for 10 games. You're not paying me for 11, 12 games, right?
It's the adults' fault, bro. I just, you know, if it's me, I'll tell you right now, because in what, about 17 years, we're going to try to make some money. We got 17. I'm going to tell you, we're going to try to make some money. And in that time, if we make it 2.4, you ain't going to hear a peep out of rundown. I ain't going to say nothing. Not a goddamn thing, dog. Hey,
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we gonna triple that. We gonna invest that. That's number one.
Yeah, and you're right. It's that perspective of like how much you're trying to make off your son when 2.4, and you just want. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Now, of course, I'm gonna have my own bread, but it's like 2.4. We ain't gonna sneeze at that. Hell no. Yeah. Never sneeze at nothing like that. We on, and we gonna go ahead and get that bread. So just for me, bro, I didn't like the way it's handled. We'll see how it goes. You know, but see,
they're definitely gonna start to make some changes to that shit, though. Watch.
The only reason I bring this up, and just to segue to it, is because everybody tells us about next year's class with quarterbacks, right? And next year. Oh, here we go. Oh,
wasn't Nico one of the guys we were talking about?
Probably one of the better guys we're talking about.
Yeah, it was Nico and Arch were the two, right? Nico and Arch. Yeah.
Arch ain't. I do not see Arch coming out next year. I don't
either. Yeah.
And even if he does, dog, we not have no shot, zero shot to get that man. That's not happening. You know what I mean? Unless we're dog shit, and that's what you hope we're not. That's the only way, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to be dog shit just so we can land him. No.
Nah, bro. I mean, I know I see a lot of people tell me about next year's draft class, but again, I continue to bring this up, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. Drew Aller maybe, but Drew Aller got to take some steps, bro.
Yeah, and I think he will next year, and that's why I think he made a smart decision by staying. Yeah.
Drew Aller got to take some steps. Yeah, so if he takes some steps, I'm with him. I like him.
Oh yeah,
because he's 6'5", so it's like Lenora Sellers got to take some. Lenora Sellers is nice, but he got a Jalen Hurts type game, and if I'm taking that, why would I take that in the first round when I like Shedeur the way I do? Don't make no sense. The only other guy that I like is Garrett Nussmeier. It's the only other guy for real.
Nussmeier is a good one too. Yeah,
I like Nuss. Nuss is nice. He got to stop turning the ball over. But if he stops doing that,
he will. Hopefully, he'll get that shit together. But yeah.
Facts, Jeff. I don't think no Manning came out early. None of them. Not Peyton. Not Eli.
Peyton stayed trying to get up to that the next level. Remember, he could have left early. Peyton Manning could have left early. He would have been number one regardless.
He stayed, bro. He stayed because. That's their thought process. We're going to develop. You're not, bro, you think the Manning's going to let you ruin their nephew? Stop it. It's not happening, dog. They know how the NFL works, and they know how some of these coaches get down. They're not going to do that. Especially if they look in the organization picking first next year is like garbage. Oh, yeah, no. No, sirree. It won't be us. And then, watch, Leo. He'll come out in the draft and Peyton and them and be like, nah, we don't think Arch should go to this squad. We're going to control where he goes.
Right. And
everybody will be like,
fine, right?
Good for you, Peyton. Good for you. Good for you. As soon as
know your worth, Peyton.
As soon as Deion say that, you idiot. How dare you say that?
We don't need another LeVar Bell. Like, what the fuck?
Man, dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Elway did it. Exactly, Dale. Elway did it, bro.
I'm sorry, L11. I can't get down with no K Klubnik. I've watched K Klubnik for 2 years straight. I'm not. Nah. Mateer,
hey, Carson Beck has one more year in college, bro.
Carson Beck got worried about keeping his priorities together, man. This man went over there. He got worried about keeping his goddamn car locked in Miami is what he got worried about. He went over there first week and got his whip stolen. So it's not, You gotta worry about keeping them doors locked. That's all I know. All right, keep your priorities straight. Right now, I know some people, they hate, they like, oh man, Carson with another year, No.
Hey, what? Carson got how much to go to Miami? 6?
Did he?
He got a good amount, bro. He got a good amount to go to Miami. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a Carson Beck fan. I'm just not.
No, I mean we weren't. I mean, yeah. And we talked about that in the chat with the fellas about our quarterback from when the season started. Yeah.
Yeah. And people are like, Georgia had trash, had a trash supporting cast, and I'm like, did they?
Bro, it's Georgia.
I'm like, we got like 6 dudes
Georgia gets some of the top talents in the country. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
We got at least like 2 dudes that's about to get drafted in the first round right now, right? Like, there's a bunch of dudes. lineman that's about to get drafted as well from Georgia. So I don't know. We'll see, bro. See. Carson Beck, he's just 1 year, bro. 1 year, it could change the fortune, just like Cam Ward.
You saw the difference when he lost Brock Bowers and Carson Beck.
Yeah, it could change the fortune. We'll see what happens, man. Oh shit, yeah, Cam Rising, baby. Woo! Year 11. Year 11. Hey, why didn't your boy from Notre Dame stay another year?
Who?
Riley. Is he a senior?
Oh, why did he? No, he was done. He came from Duke. Yeah.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, that was his last year. That's why he got out. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, when he went to Notre Dame, it was for 1 year. Yeah, he had 1 year of eligibility. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're not saying he's bad, East Coast, and shout out my guy Dante. We're not saying he's bad. We're just saying he's all right. We're just saying he's okay. Like because some people were trying to tell us he was in Heisman talks. He was.
Yeah.
But before the season, bro, they were talking about he was the best quarterback.
He was because of that run the Georgia team was making. But yeah,
he was. Hey, it's okay to say he didn't meet expectation. He definitely
didn't for sure. Last year, you can admit that he did not live up to that.
He definitely didn't do that. So I mean that is the show, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we've been on here for a minute. I got to go cook me some food. That's what I'm about to go do. But
I'm about to eat me some food.
Yeah, bro, that's what we're gonna do. But before we get out of here, man, anything you want to say to the people before we get on out of here, Cheeto?
Oh, just make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'll be on with Raider Connection, with Jeff, with Nate, with my boy Jay. We're gonna have a guest, Raider Crusader Lorenzo's gonna be on tomorrow, talking some Raiders and then talking about the event in Bakersfield. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 7 for that.
Okay, all right. Y'all heard the man. Make sure y'all tune in 7 o'clock tomorrow. Your boy Rundown is off tomorrow, so I will not be having a show. I'll probably be doing some shorts or some episodes. So stay on the lookout for that. But Thursday, I'll be starting my new show with my guy Mike. Man, we doing blunts and breakdowns. Man, that's when we're gonna be breaking down some prospects, and then we break down
which Mike
in more detail. Was it Machiavelli? My guy Machiavelli, man, from BTB. That's what we're gonna be breaking down, a little more film or just a little more prospects or going on detail about people's games, right? So we're gonna be breaking it down in that standpoint. So we stay tuned for Tuesday, man. We're gonna be doing that, and I think Friday we might have some turf and rundown action. So
shit, watch out. Okay.
Yeah, might have some turf and rundown action. Man, y'all better sim the rest of that franchise, bro. I'm ready to play playoffs, dog. Like I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, bro. I only got 2 losses, dog. I'm good. I'm straight. I know I'm gonna make the playoffs. Get in there, man. Let's get in there. I'm ready. But let's go ahead, man. Woo, you was playing a Black Ops Zombie round at whole live. Hey,
that's some you survived right there.
That's real deal, bro. That's real deal. Yeah. I remember I've been in some
bingers for an hour and a half. Shit, yeah.
I've been on some bingers like that. But appreciate everybody, man. It's much love, bro. And you was back for another episode of State of the Nation, where we talk about all the rumors, hot takes, or whatever is going down at that time in the nation, man. This is the show to talk about rumors and, just get funky with it, right? We always bring reality to situations, but this is just the time to maybe get a little funky with what we talking about. So appreciate everybody, man. Any last thing you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I'm good. Great show today, fam. Like always.
As we always do, man. Till then, we're gonna see y'all next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, man. And next Tuesday, we on that draft content. So make sure y'all tune in, man. And my draft link is no, not really.
Not here.
Really. Not really. I mean, we take them, but not really. But my draft link is already up too, bro. So everybody that want to tune into the draft show next Thursday,
hit the notification on Rundown's draft link, yo.
Yeah,
we got
it's already up, bro. We're gonna have everybody pulling up to that one. So make sure you tuning in. But till then, we'll see y'all next Tuesday, man. Peace. Much love.